Hello, my name is Miranda McQueen. I am in the EMC 400 class at Eastern Kentucky University. Um, this is Module 3 of our Word on the Street assignment. This week we are tasked with the job of describing an awesome customer experience that we have had, as well as one that we feel is less than awesome. So, first I'm going to talk about the awesome experience we had. This has been probably 13 years ago now. I was with my family at a local restaurant in Richmond, and we had our kids with us. It was me, my husband, and two boys. Our boys were probably 8 months old at the time. The youngest and the oldest was maybe 2.5. So we had sat down to eat. We had an awesome waiter. He brought us our food very quickly. Kept our drinks full. I think if they keep my drinks full, I'm happy. But at the end, after we had paid, we were getting ready to leave. Well, we had two small kids, and they were not being very cooperative. Of course, as small kids are. And we had leftovers. We were trying to get our leftovers boxed up and head out the door. Well, our waiter realized that we were struggling, so he came over and actually boxed our leftovers up for us, put them in a bag, helped us out to the car even. And that goes to me, that went above and beyond because that's not their job really. But he was excellent with that and saw that there was a need and met the need as best he could. So I thought that was an excellent customer service opportunity that he displayed there. As far as a failed customer service experience, I used to work in customer service years ago, probably 8 years ago. I worked at a bank, and I don't know if anybody else out there's worked at a bank, but when you deal with people's money, they get very defensive sometimes. So it's up to us to make sure we do the best we can. And I was actually in customer service at that bank. This is not an external customer service experience. This is actually going to be an internal customer service experience. While I worked at the bank, we provided excellent customer service to our external customers, or I thought we did. But as an employee at that bank, I feel like there was a lot of area that could have been improved on. One such experience was when I myself we were financially struggling at the time. My husband had been laid off work. He actually took the opportunity to go back to school, which was great for him. But, in the meantime, we were struggling because I was the only one working. He did get to draw some unemployment, but not nearly the amount that we were used to having. So, while he was doing that, while my husband was going back to school, I decided to look for a different job. Well, I found one and gave my 2 weeks notice, and when they realized I was leaving their employment, they called me upstairs and offered me a substantial raise. So it was a very small bank, it's a very small community, so everyone there knew what was going on. They all knew what was going on within our family. So I feel like if they would really wanted to retain me as an employee, they should have offered me the raise prior to that, and I would have probably stayed. In the long run, I felt like I wasn't being treated fairly there, and they wasn't meeting the needs I had as an employee, so I did actually leave that employee and or employer and went to another service where I've done more customer service work before I got into EMS. But not many people probably think of where they work as having to provide customer service to them, but it is very important. If you can't retain good employees, then your clients are going to suffer in the long run, especially in our line of work where we deal with patients and healthcare. It's very important that we keep the best employees that we can because we want to provide a great service to our patients, and we can't do that with employees that are looking for other places to work because they're not satisfied with their job. Just a little bit about me and what I have experienced. I know everybody has different experiences, and I try not to dwell on the bad ones, but sometimes those bad experiences actually what stays with us much more than the good experiences. So.